Hello everyone, welcome back to my Unreal Engine open world tutorial series. So in this episode I'm going to work on enabling this blueprint utility feature. Using this blueprint utility feature we implemented a system to edit individual instance of this procedural object placing system, and it was broken after we introducing multiple mesh variations for a single procedural element. And now I'm going to restore that part to support this blueprint utility system to support multiple meshes and allow instance editing, manual instance editing like this. So now with that system, again I can select each instance of the instance static meshes and change it in any way I need. And when I finish editing, now they are again like the instances of the same instanced static mesh components with variations. So yeah, and honestly this part is going to be a little bit longer and also a little bit complex because we are doing changes to an already existing system. So when I do the changes, definitely it will have errors and everything, so we have to trace back those errors, trace back the origins of those errors, and we have to make changes to support the new structure. So yeah, honestly this part is going to be a little bit complex, but yeah, bear with me. So I'll explain in the best way I can. And okay, let's get started. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for the support you guys are giving me. So initially we had designed our procedural editor to work with only one mesh variation for the procedural element. So now that we have implemented multiple mesh variation supports, so as you can see here I have added 3 types of mesh variations for this same procedural element. So this procedural editor yet don't know how to work with that. So let's open the procedural editor and fix that to support multiple variations. So let's go to, alright, so we have many errors, so let's fix them one by one. What's the error here? Get selected actors. What was there before? Get selected level actors. So what's the difference? Get selected actors. Okay, let's use it like this. Right. And here we got some more errors, so actually that's all we have to fix. All right, Let me get some space first. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit so we can, it is easier to solve these problems then. Right, this comes from here. Oh, let me refresh this. Oh, I can't refresh it because if I refresh it, that function will be gone. Well, yeah, maybe I need to have this function, but yeah, I think we haven't enabled the required plugins in order to work that. So let's see, editor utility. Oh, right, we have to enable that. And also blueprint utility. No, editor utility is the one. Okay, let's restart the project so that let's see what happens. Now I think we should get back those methods that I didn't have, that I had errors. Let's see. Right, now this function works. Okay, these are also working now. We have less errors, that's good. So this should go here, and this one also should go here, this one also here, but it's not working. Maybe, yeah, we'll look into that later. Okay, now let me break these connections. Right, and let's refresh. Yeah, once I break this connection, you can see these have been changed from single elements to arrays. So this should also change once I refresh this. Okay, right, now what? Right, and then for this HISM, I'll connect this directly, and yeah, now this part will work only with a single hierarchically instanced static mesh. But here what we get is an array with this. So let's do a for each loop here, and for the body, for the loop body, let's connect this one and use this element. So this is a single input, a single hierarchically instanced static mesh component. So this part should work all right now. but we still have another problem. Let me compile, let me refresh this so we can check if the error is gone. Right, the error is gone. Now the next problem is here with this instance transform. So we have designed this instance transform as an array, assuming that there will be only one hierarchically instanced static mesh component for this procedural element, but now that's not the case. So therefore we might have to change this structure a little bit. So let's see how to do that. So yeah, okay, so let's go to our procedural element. Let me save this first. And here we have this instance transform. This is a set of an array of transforms. So but that's not the way I need now. I'm gonna need another. Can we have something like a map here? Yeah, here instead of an array we can use a map, a dictionary, but no, I can't have a dictionary. What if I make it a single transform? Why it's not changing? Still I can't. Okay, so we can do something like this. Let me open that again. Here I'll define another variable, and this should be in the type of integer, an integer array. So I'll name this one HISM index. So this will hold what is the index of the hierarchically instanced static mesh component for that particular instance. So yeah, we have it now here, and okay, now we need to have a single element here instead of an array. So let me break this from here. No, from here. Alright, and break again. Oh, did I do it right? No. Wait, where did it go? Array element HISM. Alright, so instead of this one I should connect array element HISM array like this. Now pay attention carefully, otherwise you will not understand what I'm trying to do here. So I'm going to create another something like a macro here. So I need a reference from this one as well. I'll collapse this to a node. Let's call it, no, we don't have to collapse this to a node. So let's just get some space instead. Now from this array we need to find out what is the relevant HISM component for this object represented by the array element in this for each loop. So to do that, let's get stat. Can we get what's the object type I get here? Actor object. Okay, so we can get, no, we need to cast this into an static mesh actor. Then we can find out what is the relevant static mesh component we have, the relevant static mesh we have used here. Then we should be able to compare with that against the elements of HISM array here. So let me add a reroute node. And I'll select this, and this, and I'll collapse this to a macro. I'll name it get relevant HISM. Okay, now let's go inside here. So we need to cast this to a static mesh actor, and then get static mesh component, get static mesh. Okay, we can't get static, no, we can't do it there, so that's why I had to do this casting. So okay, so to do casting we need an execution line, so therefore I'm gonna have to, oh, so because of that I can't collapse this to this type of a macro. It's okay, we can do it like this. Okay, and then for each element in this array let me rename them properly. SM, and the next one is HISM. It should go here. From this element get static mesh, and if this one equal to this one, make it a branch. We don't have a this is not a function, so we don't have any local variables. So let me expand this and collapse again into a function. Get HISM, get relevant HISM. No, get HISM index. Cool. Now again, this is HISM. I know this part is a little bit hard, but bear with me. This is SM. So I'll add a local variable. Let's promote this to a local variable. I'll call it index. So if this is true, set this index value. Well, in this case we don't really have to have a local variable, but anyway, I'll do it and return it with that, like this. If it is false, don't do anything, and if it is completed, oh, we should do it like this. Okay, now we get the we don't need this. Yeah, we do need that. That should be, actually that should be this one. So I'll promote that also to a local variable, HISM. Let's call it. I will set it also here, and I'll return that. Okay, we still got errors. Now let's connect this one like this. What's the error? Except pin is not connected. Okay, now alright, this is connected properly. And then what's next? Let's look into that later. Now here we need to add an element to this, what's the name, HISM index. We need this later, and the index is this one. Okay, now I think this part is alright, but still we got it. Let's see what these other errors are. Mesh pin is invalid. What mesh pin? This one? HISMS. Yeah, okay. Let's make an array. Okay. This part is not required, right? Alright, so we did a lot of changes, and actually I'm not really sure if this is working or not. I was just fixing the errors. So alright, let's see if this works. Otherwise, let me select one of procedural elements and start editing. Oh, it crashed. Did I save it? I don't remember. Well, let's restart the editor then. Let's see if we still have those errors. Oh my god, everything is gone. Well, this time I'll fast forward without explaining. I think I'll do this part without recording, so I'll resume after doing this part. Oh no, I'll just do it, because what happens if I change something here? Because I don't exactly remember the exact way I did this before, so let's do it again here. But I'm not explaining again, I'm tired. Yeah, well, now that I think of finding this index, maybe there is a easier way to do this. Instead of doing this casting all the time and comparing it, maybe, yeah, maybe in here when I get HISM, I get a random, I get this with a random number. So this is a function. I'll promote this to a local variable. I'll call it Rn because it is a random number, and I use that random number to get HISM current array, and then I'll return that random number as well. So this is actually HISM index. Okay, this is interesting. Right, now if I compile this, and where do I use this? Here. Okay, now here I think I can, yeah, just like I set this instance transform array element, I can set the I can set this array element HISM index as well, like this, and it can work. So as the index, well, will that cause this get HISM to call twice? Well, I'm not really sure about that. Anyway, let's do this here. Well, let's do this way one time and see if that works. Otherwise I'll stop this, scrap this part and go into that approach. Yeah, so we have to cast to static mesh actor. We can avoid this casting if I had saved this instance like a normal, instead of saving it as an actor, if I save it just like a normal static mesh actor. So yeah, where can I do that? This is procedural editor, right? That means here this return value is an actor. Alright, so we can't do that because object type is instance static mesh component and this is actor. No, we can't do that. Okay, that's okay. So I'll promote this to a local variable. Let's call it SM. Let's use another name, SM temp. So here, now let's get the SM temp and get static mesh component and static mesh. Now we can compare these two again. Well, I'm again explaining. we did this part already. If this is true, then this is the one we need. Promote local variable HISM temp. It's also promote to local variable index. And can we use a for loop with break? For each loop with break, yeah. Let's use that. And for the breaking part, I'll connect it here, then output to this one. So this should go as HISM temp y. And this is HISM index. Compile, save. Now, yeah, all the errors are gone, and I saved the project as well. And let me close this procedural editor, and I'll open that again. Okay, so and start editing. All right, it didn't crash this time, but what happened to the meshes? We have valid HISMs, but we don't have any instance transforms or edit instances. Why is that? Let's finish editing, and everything is gone. Okay, let me reload the level. Now everything is back. Alright, so this is hard. Wait a minute. I think, yeah, we are spawning an actor here, so I think made a mistake here. So we should not use this one. Actually, we should use to spawn an static mesh actor. We need to use a static mesh reference. So wait, I think I need to use this and get a copy using the same index and use it here. Compile. Okay, this is selected. Again, go on. But we got a couple of them. Actually, we got 4 instances, luckily. So what went wrong? Okay, let me finish editing, and let me reload the level again without saving this time. Okay, we are making progress. Alright, this is not the index. This is the index I should use, because this index represents the instance count, and the instance index, this index represent the which index in this HISM. Okay, right, select and start editing. Alright, so it is working now. Awesome. So let's see if we can modify this a little bit, and we can save the changes. It seems we can. Cool, everything is working fine. I can confirm. Okay, let's test this part also. I started editing. Alright, okay, do some changes, make them large, and finish editing. Okay, back, they are back, and they are also instanced static meshes. If I start editing again, this happens. Yeah, everything is fine. Alright, so yeah, it is easier than I thought. Actually, I thought I would have to do mess around this a lot more than 40 minutes. And here we can do some a little optimization actually, because with this part we know this is the HISM index, and we can update this one here, but yeah, let's try that as well. How to, okay, like this. Add, and this index is this one. And then I don't have to do this casting, because yeah, I already have a valid number here. So all I have to do is, instead of using this, I can get am I getting a copy here? How can I get a reference? Now I'll leave it just like this for now, and I'll end this episode. Later on I will look into that. I can't do it again now. So if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club. Link would be in the description below, and depending on the tier you join, you will have different privileges. So I will release another project file update for this part as well. Feel free to download that in my Patreon page, and thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.